Cheng cheng podi. Cheng 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 podi. Hey. Anza kucheza simama. Anda mapema simama. Acha tucheze. Hey. Haya simama. Anza kucheza simama. Bado mapema simama. Acha tucheze. Tumekuja kupati. Tudebuwe kata. Tukule hepi. Alafu tufungue sakafu. Sababu inabamba inashika. Wibula tisa inatumiki. Ukiachili ya maewa. Maze DJ wanatubeba. Simama. Acha kucheza simama. Bado mapema simama. Acha tucheze. Simama. Anza kucheza simama. Bado mapema simama. Acha tucheze.
Blow me kisses whichever distance. Ataka nimbali naenda. Toko mbona nakonda ngabana waza mbona. Blow me kisses whichever distance wezirushe. Toko mbona nakonda ngabana waza mbona.
Lakeside woman, Lakeside woman.
Tuendelee ama tusiendelee? Tuendelee ama tusiendelee? Tuendelee ama tusiendelee? Tuendelee ama tusiendelee?
Kaningekuwa msanii usalani ningekuwa na jamii ama Saddam Hussein babunduki na makofia kabidhaa bidhaa za kujijali kihali ya shao. Sikiza sauti kutoka Kenya mpaka Saudi karibia majabu ya Mr. Brown. Huyu kijana anafanya vipusa wa town wavuwe mashati na pasi ni kama
Anza kucheza simama. Bado mapema simama. Acha tushereke. Simama. Anza kucheza simama. Bado mapema simama. Acha tushereke.
What the hell are you waiting for? Can a young no make money anymore? Shake your feet, baby girl, and go. Maji nyakuwa rondi jo maluo, but
Who are you? What are you? Who the hell you mean?
at what? Do you know me? Do I know you? Get the hell out of my face because hey, I am unbogable, I am unsuable, I am undoable. So if you like my song, sing it for me and say
Simama. Anza kucheza simama. Bado mapema simama. Acha tushereke. Simama. Anza kucheza simama. Bado mapema simama. Acha tushereke.
kama we ni mwenyeji. We ni mwenyeji.
Hello.
Kama we si mwenyeji.
Mind your business.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Miller's production. That is what they are able to do to a crowd. Unasikia tu hizo kelele ziko huko. The hype people. If you want hype men for hire, maybe Miller's wanaweza wa connect kwa hiyo biashara. But yeah, that is Miller's production. That is just a taste. That was Jaboya, you told me. That was an excerpt.
It was, yeah,
Ama a mix.
it's a mix of songs, you know.
Yeah.
Something I can Aseli put up. Aseli is the one.
Yes.
Yo, this guy just had us.
But that is what Millers bring to the table. Nothing less, people.
Yeah.
So I'm talking to one Mugambi. You're wondering who is this that just got into studio. I want Mugambi to say hello because he's here to disseminate the conversation on Backstreet 2, which is the next play by Miller's production, and you're going to love this one. Mugambi, tusalimie, tuambie umekuwa wapi? How have you been?
Mimi,
Yes.
kwa majina naitwa Mugambi.
Yes.
Yeah, my name is Mugambi Kiara. I'm an actor, singer, songwriter, commercial model, voice artist.
Yes.
Weirdo. I'm very weird. I hope hautaiona size it. Yeah. Yeah. I think I could not have done any other career if I tried doing a 9 to 5 and ngefukuzwa na day one.
Yeah.
Jonge niangalia you're just not a fit for this organization. So yeah, that's
Kitoko, it's like you are not. The math is not.
the math is the math. Kidogo, the math. No, the math would math.
Yeah.
but the energy would just be extreme.
Yeah.
Hata kama you know those students wenye wanakuanga wanapita mtihani lakini bado ni virere.
The process. Yeah.
Yeah, that is Mugambi.
That would have been you.
That was Mugambi.
Yeah.
Until I found art
and you found a place you fit perfectly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are glad that you did find art.
Yeah.
Tell me, when did you, okay, I am sure you must have figured your love for art earlier on, but when did you seriously decide, okay, I think this thing can pay the bills? When did you decide to professionally pick up art?
Yeah, I think the first time I ever thought of this as a career was in 2018, 2019, about. Yeah. There was a production that was being run by UNFPA. They wanted volunteers for. There was a whole incident about sex for grades, and it was around the same time as the Me Too movement, that campus Me Too movement.
Yes.
So it became a whole thing. We were asked, come through as volunteers. We need people to act a certain thing. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not even studying performing arts or anything. I'm just like, I love this stuff. I want to do it.
Let's go.
So I went ahead, volunteered.
Yes.
I was paid for the first time. The first time I actually ever got paid for something was while doing art.
Yes.
Not even whatever I was studying in school.
Yes.
So I'm like, okay, this is interesting. So after that, I kept on doing, I got on theater.
Yeah.
Started doing a couple of short films with friends, and then eventually I got cast in some other work on TV, and then from then on I'm like, yeah, this is something I actually want to do with my life.
Yeah.
And I feel more achieved and alive, and it makes a lot more sense to me working as an actor or as a creative than
any other thing.
Coding.
Yeah. Because I wanted to ask that, what course, what degree did you take in campus?
Microprocessor technology and instrumentation. Yeah. Nata sijasema BSc. So imagine, your course ni refu. Jina ni refu. But it's more or less embedded systems engineering.
Yes.
With a lot of physics and math.
Yeah.
I did that because leaving high school, I was like, okay, I have the aptitude for this.
Yes.
But after I started doing it, I got to a point where I'm like, do I really see myself making PCBs or just doing stuff with semiconductors the whole time, or trying to teach people theoretical things? I'm like, no.
When I look at tomorrow, I cannot see myself.
I could never envision myself doing anything with tech.
Yeah.
I think the only reason I actually also chose tech was because I liked freedom, and the freedom most tech people get in working remotely and not really having a fixed schedule is what attracted me to tech in the first place. Because I'm like, I want something I can do, but I won't really be suit and tie the whole time. If it's suit and I choose when to wear, if I can be...
You have to pick your moment.
They want to do whatever.
Yes. And then be able to be there when you're needed.
And then I found art.
Yeah.
Mungu ni nani?
I think art was a much better fit.
Oh, the best fit ever.
Yeah,
for me.
Because from coding and to here to accents. I was going through your bio, then I'm like, who is this guy? Because
who's this guy?
Yes, because I'm like, and I was doing impressions and which is your best impression?
Oh my God!
I'm a current best because
they always evolve.
Exactly.
I honestly wouldn't lie to you. I love all the stuff I do.
Yeah.
I enjoy the first time I actually ever used an accent was for a show I did. And then I had to have a Maasai accent. It was a show on KTN called Nanyorai.
Yeah.
Hapa nilikuwa Maasai. Kabisa na hata angejulikana. Anajua sasa wakati mtu anajifanya ameenda anakaa chini unaangalia mtu na anamwambia wewe madam anataka kwa bibi yangu. See, so you wouldn't really know it's me, and if you hear me talking like that and then you see me in the streets, hi, my name is Mugambi, you go like, ni bro
can be you. I think that is the thing I love most about impressions and accents.
Exactly.
You can be 10 different people.
Yeah.
Because now just put a Masai shuka on you and Mogambi is nowhere.
Kuna Mogambi anapotea. Naenda kabisa, naenda anakuwa mtu ingine.
We love this. So when you started getting your gigs from short films to theater to TV, how have you liked that experience? Just in a nutshell, how have you liked that? Because not many people get, especially after now you're in campus, you're doing coding. Most people sort of get lost in there. But to have found yourself, to have found a niche, how has that experience been for you?
I think the first time I thought of working, I don't know, I never really wanted to do stuff just for the money.
Yeah.
Because if you want to become an actor for the money, tafadhali kuwa influencer, tafadhali just influence or something, because kidogo you probably might get frustrated, but I enjoyed every moment on set, because at first you come in with passion, I love this, I enjoy this, and then you're sitting there and you realize you're not the only talented Kenyan around. You realize it's much bigger than you are. So you get out of your head and realize that this work is no longer about Mugambi being amazing. It's about us collaborating towards making something that makes sense. There's a vision, there's a director who's a vision bearer, there's a producer who's financing all this. There are all these very many people who are working there to make the product end up looking good. You're there now, it's just the face of all this.
Of a moving machine.
It's a moving machine.
Very different parts.
So many people are employed on set. So many people are employed during theater productions and all these things. And it's never really about you. So it shouldn't get to your head that you are an amazing artist, but you're not the only amazing artist there. There's so many other people in sound and post sound and people you'll never even know about who are working tirelessly to make this project make sense. And so that you can reach to someone else out there, and however it makes them feel, after you've done it, you've done your part, you let it out into the world. The world now perceives it however they want to perceive it. So I think that's one thing I ended up learning earlier on. It's not really about the money, and get out of your own head. It's not about you, really. It's not about you, really. It's about it's always something bigger than you are.
Wow. And that is a great lesson, because I think that has propelled you now to, okay, I am a big deal, thank you, but let's put that aside and actually get to do the work that keeps, you are as good as your last act. I like when artists say that. So it doesn't matter if you're a big deal yesterday, if you are not a big deal today, sort of you are not. So you move.
You move.
So then how did you get with Millers? How did you get to know about Millers?
When I started out theater in the University of Nairobi, I went to the University of Nairobi Traveling Theater, and then I met someone there called Ted Monene. So Ted apparently now he's a script writer and directs, and he works all over in the art scene, and he's a phenomenal actor. So the first time I saw him, I'm like, who's this guy? Because this guy's you just notice something different from artists, even when you're interacting with them, and you're like, okay, this guy is different. So I looked into Ted, found out he works with Mellors Productions, and then at the time I saw Xavier Nato was also part of the group. I'm like, I watched this guy when I was growing up on Washington set. I'm like, what's unafanyanga theater?
In real life.
You never really think of theater as a big deal until you realize people who are actually good start out in theater. So through going to KNT over and over, meeting a couple of people, I end up meeting people like Faiz, Red, Chindia. I met so many of these actors just because at first I was a singer. So I used to go for karaoke and stuff, and then I would interact with all these people at KNT. And then eventually I learned about Millers. I used to know them. We used to know each other as artists, good artists, but and you'd always find me around people were Millers. But then eventually I think it was after Jacobev that Faiz was like, Mugambi. Unafaa kufanya theater, bro. Or theater because it's normally very chill, chill, good vibes. Just Mugambi.
Yeah.
Kuna play na direct.
Yeah.
Nakuita. I'm like, okay.
It's like he was here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, in my head, I don't know what he's talking about because I knew Millers was supposed to have Backstreet coming in again, and someone else was telling, yeah, we're doing Backstreet. The actress we were with, Wamboy.
Yeah.
Faith Wamboy. She was like, yeah, we're doing Backstreet again, so I think utakuja watch show. I'm like, yeah, sure. So me, when Faiz is telling me all these things, that was June in Niambia.
Yeah.
Niko like, takuwa na show probably in June, July huko. Niko like, sure, cheers. Kumbe ni Backstreet.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
But I think that the thing was Faiz had seen a couple of things I'd done. And then he got to the point where he's like, okay, I can trust this person with work.
Yeah.
Because he was the one directing. He's the one directing this, and
so it's his set.
It's now this is his domain, and he has a vision, and he knows what he wants to achieve from this, because he acted in the play before.
Yeah.
But now he's like, okay, I can actually take this up and then.
And thought you could do the work.
Yeah. Then he called a couple of us for a read through, and then Mugambi amekuwa part of Millers now.
Yes. Now you are part and parcel at the very heart of Miller's production. Tell me, kidogo, before you get emotional.
I'm gonna thank my mama. Okay, sir.
Yeah. Tell me about when you went for the read through for Backstreet. What did you think about the story Backstreet 2?
Backstreet 2.
Yes.
So the thing was, we didn't do Backstreet 2 first.
Yeah.
We went and read Backstreet, the previous one.
The previous one.
And then we broke down a couple of things. We asked ourselves what doesn't work, what works. Why does this part sound like this? Why does this part? Why do we need to have this part? Why can't we change these things? And then Faiz was like, if you came and watched Backstreet 1 and then come and watch Backstreet edition 2, you will have a very different experience. Because there's so many other elements. At the time it was just a theatrical production. You're doing theater. It's just more or less we're following the script as it goes. And there's just one flashback and a couple of things. This time, from all the things people have learned over time, I think Faiz and Red had gone through a devised theater workshop at some point last year. That was by Kid First. So these guys came, they came through with ideas that are beautiful. So now there's a lot of devised work in our play. There's going to be a lot of devised work. There's going to be a lot of weird things that are going on. There'll be a lot of emotional. So when I was reading the first time, I'm like, hey, kitu ni heavy. Because the subject matter is very heavy. It's a lot of emotionally scarred human beings. Because as we speak right now, I don't know what you're going through. You don't know what I'm going through. I probably might be broke on my I'm crying inside. I probably
could be anything.
Nimetoka kupigwa na chokora nje na amjui nimepiga tu luku na smilea watu amjui. But you don't want to talk about it, and I think that was captured very well in the script. Backstreet. So many people have issues. They don't want to talk about them. They'd rather self-destruct.
And
you smile, you fake things, you avoid the conversation, you practice self-harming or self-degenerative tendencies. Like you decide, okay, now I'll go and abuse alcohol. Not use it, abuse alcohol. So that I can numb myself and hide it. And it's a thing that we use, we do a lot. It speaks to so many people. It speaks to so many people. The people who've gone through a lot, people who've gone through loss.
That is a heavy story. What
heavy.
Is the just kidogo synopsis for Backstreet? What is the story you're trying to tell here? I know you can't tell me much, but the little that you can. Yes.
Backstreet is about
a trailer.
Okay, let me say. Backstreet is about a group of friends.
Yes.
Group of 5, 6, 7 friends who are dealing with a lot emotionally, who are going through their own struggles. From an army guy to mdem wa bar.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
it's
a good range.
It's a collective of people from a doctor
yes
to mse wanduthi.
yeah
All these people are childhood friends, and they're going through their own stuff, and they're trying to navigate issues that are human issues, adulting things that we call, whatever we call adulting now.
Adulting.
Yeah, love, loss, addiction,
grief, like you've said.
Grief, yes. Inability to conceive, or there's just so much. Probably abortion is being talked about as well.
Yeah.
PTSD,
Yeah.
neglect at home from parents. There's this, you will get so many things you might probably relate with, or see yourself in one or two of the characters, or probably even not want to see it because it feels that triggering. Yeah, and the whole process is them now going to do all this in a bar, pale Backstreet.
Yeah.
Literally Backstreet ni base ya base kamnyweso nika Backstreet ka joint ka base kao ka local. So all these conversations are being had around that atmosphere.
Yeah.
And it's pseudotherapy, tuseme hivyo, because see therapy honestly. We need to talk about these issues, but unajua vizuri nyinyi hamna healthy boundaries, mmezoeana vibaya. Kuna venye mmezoeana vibaya.
Badly. That is heavy.
It's a lot of heavy stuff, and we've not even talked about their first traumatic experience together that you will need to wait and watch the show to understand. Mbona kila mtu ako kuna traumatic experience that brings them together. They all trauma born from something.
Yes. And then now they have their own
and then they still have their own
despite this. Is there a line like we can hear from in there? I don't know, something that can Jenny.
No, utakuja show stop.
Start one line. An impression. It doesn't even have to be yours.
Hey, there's a part akini joke tu nitapeana baya hapa Faiz usinichape tafadhali guys, cheers. Kuna line, it's in as much as kitu ni heavy, bado kuna line za ufala.
It's a play.
Yeah, it's definitely unasikia kuna kitu ati mtu anasema tick talk, alafu mwingine akole toka hapa. No, it's so bad.
I can imagine how that would be.
Oh, it is so bad.
Yeah. That has made me imagine, these thrillers that literally a minute seems like forever. So like you're like TikTok, alafu mtu aseme kitu kama hiyo.
No. It's just bad. It's a very interesting line. Hiyo ndo nasema tu cause ni funny. Sitaki kuwapea very heavy lines pia juu. Yeah, they might give away a bit too
much, but that is saying more than enough. I think we can all relate because number one, we are all adulting, so there's no exception. This is, by the way, if you're watching, you can relate to something in this story because we are all in that process. Really, like Mugambe is saying here, you might think that we are very different. We are here having a fun conversation, talking here, but if you were to really talk,
mungefunga TV.
Yeah, tuzime tu hiyo kitu together. Let's have an honest conversation. How has your morning been? Let's go to therapy. You'd realize there is way more than meets the eye. Way more. And if this is not calling you to watch Backstreet, I honestly don't know what will. Because you are going to relate to something. This is a story that you can guarantee. I can almost say you will get your money back if you know those ninis for if it does not work, you'll get your money back. This is the thing I can tell you. Get your ticket.
Yes, all terms and things are not by us. The views that expressed are not by Mela's production.
Mugambi anakata
Nasi Mugambi.
T's and C's.
Terms and conditions apply.
Ukilipa ticket usiende kusema then nirudishie pesa zangu. But we are saying, all I'm trying to say is that it will be worth it. If there's a story worth telling, remember we say all these theater works and plays, if it does not mirror what is happening in the society, it's not doing its job.
True.
So I can tell you for sure that these are things that are happening. These and mirrors are very good. Sijui mwitwe mirrors. You know, kidogo because
sorry.
Qualify auditions na millers. Can I come? You know, yes, because you are good at telling stories that are just a replica. It's just that Mogambi is not called Karen, but whatever he's going through is almost exactly, or whatever will be pictured on Backstreet is exactly, most likely, what you're going through, and most likely what you do not want to talk about. So first, thank you for agreeing to be guinea pigs, you know, for us to see what you're going through. How have you prepared for, because I'm thinking this is an emotionally intense performance. How have you been preparing for it?
I think when we always go for rehearsals, we always first start with stretches and at times yoga that's either led by Tony, one of the actors, Tony Mutuku, or Red.
Yes.
Because Red is also part of our of the directors, in as much as she's still acting. We also we had a session where we had to come through before we actually even started getting deeper into the story, where we had to go to Arboretum. We had a whole wellness check with a certified psychologist.
Wow. So it's serious.
It's something.
serious.
Yeah, you have to actually know how is Mogambi now. Before how is my emotional state before I get into being an actor, becoming adjusting or something. That was a very intense session. That was very crazy, because you ended up realizing, okay, you get affirmations, you understand yourself, but then you get to a point where now you have to do the same thing you did for yourself for the character.
Yes.
How is this character? How is he feeling right now? How is he going to feel in a while? What are his good traits? What are his bad traits? I think also having another assistant director, Terry, who has worked in the medical field, coming through often and talking about the mental space. Ukisoma DSM-5 ama nini, like you'll end up learning a lot of things just by interacting with people on our place. In as much as you still do your own research outside, there's a lot of learning that has been done around us. Faiz being the director has brought forth people who actually mix adding on to this. We're building this up, getting people who barely ever get vulnerable to now become very vulnerable and realize, wow, because it's one thing getting in character, it's another thing getting in character or being vulnerable while still in character. It's a struggle people have. It's a struggle I have.
Yes.
And I just thank God that we have had Faiz and all these people who've come through to give us all these insights coming in, because whatever we have as the subject matter is very heavy, it's very real. People will come and get triggered. People will come and start having conversations about seeking professional help, because this is mental health month.
Yes.
Mental awareness, health. You're supposed to think about your mental health. So these are conversations. It used to be a buzzword that used to bore me. I'm like, Sambora mnaongelea mental health. Munaisema like it becomes
it's been thrown in there.
It becomes a near one at some point. But you really need to have a conversation and show people, okay, this is a conversation we're having, but we also still need follow through.
Yes.
We're having this conversation so that you can be aware of where you're probably not okay.
Yes.
So what else?
What can you do from now, from the awareness of you're not okay?
Yeah, I'm not okay. So what do I do? Do I talk to a psychologist? Do I talk to a psychiatrist? Are there differences in between?
What is the difference?
What is the difference? Is it okay? Is how I seek therapy going to be better than how you do it? It's not a competition anyway, but are those people who say I will not talk about my feelings as justified as the people who are like I will go and seek out and talk about my feelings and break them down with a psychologist and find out what's wrong with me, and whatever tools you're given by a psychologist is going to work for you, because everyone is different. and the psychologist is going to be there and just try and guide you. However,
exactly.
Or at other times you probably realize, oh, okay, this one probably needs meds, and then you bring in someone else. So it's something that's real. It's something that's affecting everybody, and it's something that we have become more aware of, because now you'll also extend grace to people who've probably never
who have been through
it and now have hardened and are numb to understanding. This is a conversation we need to have, because now you'll be told you're very sensitive. Your generation mnakuanga na kau kitu fulani. You because it was never really emphasized, or even if you learnt about it, you are like, alikuwa tu mzazi. She didn't know better. Then you come and repeat the same mistakes onto your kids. If you're going to be the generation where you're going to still do these things, it's one thing to know about it. It's another thing to perpetuate the same things that were done.
Exactly. Because we complain and then you're perpetuating the same thing that you complained about for years that were done or were not done properly. And you realize until you become the change yourself, there's nothing that is going to happen. This is heavy, and just this is justifying that ticket. If you can get your ticket, get that friend of yours. You see that people you've been trying to get through and you can't seem to get through, get themselves that ticket. They're going to get themselves through. Get them that ticket. Please tell us the when, the where, because time is not on our side. Tell us the time, the tickets, and the where the play is going to be.
Nice. So we had Alibad tickets which are going for 1,000 bob.
Yes.
But now hizo zilisha cause
Alibad time is
manse Alibad njo. Manse pole. Then there's we have the advanced tickets which are going for 1,200.
Yes.
That's for single person. The VIP tickets which will include cocktails.
Yes.
Which will be going for 1,500 shillings. There'll be couples tickets that are 2,100 if I'm not wrong. Yes. And then there's a group of 5 ticket which is 4,500. Yes, that's a yes for 500. So whatever range you don't really have to be at your couple to have couple
just
tickets.
2 people.
Watu wawili mnaweza jita tu
Umejita couple for the day.
I'm a group of 5. Come watch the play from 10th May to the 12th of May.
Yes.
We have a show at 3 p.m. that's going to like 5:30 or 6. I'm not pretty sure on the timings yet.
Yeah.
And then from 6 p.m. to 8:39 thereabout at the Ukumbi Mdogo, Kenya National Theatre. So come through, watch the play.
Yes.
I hope itakubamba ama itakufanya ufikirie vitu, ama pia kama unakonga na toxicity itakusaidia tu kurealize mapema before you go and hurt somebody, because you'll definitely hurt someone.
Exactly. So if you can come for the show Backstreet 2 on the 10th, 11th and 12th. That is this weekend. Starting from Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yani hauna excuse. Kama wewe ni wa 9 to 5, kama wewe ni wa gigs, you can get some time. And then the shows are happening at 3 and 6 p.m. Wewe ukifika, don't worry about when it will end. You will. Yes, wewe kuja ujibambe. From 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. 2 shows per day. That is 6 shows. If you miss, you didn't want to come. So if you can get your tickets right now, single tickets regular tickets are going for 1,200 bob, couple tickets are going for 2,100 bob, a group of 5 is coming in at 4,500 bob, and if you want some cocktails with your ticket, 1,500 bob peke yake. Imagine 3 so for a cocktail. Aye. That's a good deal. Aye. Honestly, that's a good deal. So please get your ticket, attend the show, and it feels like a show that will help you look back inside. You know those 2 things you've been avoiding. All these, you're wondering why you drinking abnormally like this. This show will help. And why these things are happening. And Mugambi has said something serious, even though he's laughing right now, that you're most likely almost definitely going to hurt someone. So before you do that, because you are not a tree, you move, you interact, so definitely you are having some people around your life, and the chances of hurting them, if you're not going to have these conversations on mental health, are high. So if you can come, get your ticket to this one. It feels almost like a therapy session. Kuja and have a good time while at it, because like you said, it's heavy issues, but also this is a social society, so you're also going to laugh just a little bit, probably after ulie but it's going to be worth every coin on your ticket. There's a number of comments before I tell Mugambi to invite you to the show. The Mufasa is saying, good morning, art and culture. Monday family, watching from Ruiru. Question to Mugambi, how do you take pressure from people in terms of your lifestyle from back then until now since you started acting? Oh, you atatuambia invite watu. You tell us if people think you're a millionaire. Red Tanner is saying the next big thing. Okay, this Red Tanner is asking to work together. I'll pass that over to Mugambi. The Mufasa is also asking what is one unique thing about Mugambi. Gilo is saying loving the show and tuned in from Juja, always been team Mugambi. Of course, anasema of course I'll be there at Kenya National Theatre on the 10th of May for Backstreet 2nd edition. Can't miss this, because from this interview I know it will definitely be epic. Yes, it will be that and more. Clarice Kalai anasema Backstreet is one show people should not miss. Please do not. Twistedish anasema Backstreet on fire. I see you Mugambi. Amekuona. Yes. Debbie Rono anasema and he looks like my rooftop neighbor.
Yo.
Do you live kwa rooftop, Mugambi? Kuna mtu anasema unakaa neighbor wake from
guys, may live in a house, not a rooftop. Rooftop.
But if you want to confirm, attend the show. And then utamuona up close. Then you can be able to, clarify. Is this the guy? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Or not. Please get us our question, then invite people. Someone has asked you, do you struggle or take pressure? How do you handle the pressure that people have expectations of you in terms of your lifestyle since you started acting and now?
Oh yeah. At the end of the day, my life is mine.
Yeah.
There's a part of me you'll only get to see on performances.
Yeah.
And you might try and obscure those lines and just fudge them so that you think that whatever character Mugambi is playing at the time is Mugambi in real life.
Yeah.
Those are characters. Those are real people, yes, who I'm playing at that point, but those people are not really me.
Yeah.
Those are people I am being paid to be.
Yes.
I'm being paid to be those people, guys. That is not Mugambi.
I have not heard that put so clearly.
I'm being paid to be those people. So I will not lie to you that there's expectations that will really cripple me. If you have expectations of me, that is on you. I have my own expectations towards myself, towards how I should be living, towards my spirituality, towards my understanding with people and relationships and all these things, and my with money and whatever.
Yeah.
And whatever you might want to impose on me, that is your own. There's a thing I live by. If I do not know you, your opinions on me don't matter.
Yeah.
And for the people who know me, they don't have those weird opinions you're having, because they're like, Mugambi ana make sense, anajua kila anadu. Or ata kama ajui kila anadu, he has a plan for whatever.
Exactly.
Yes, so I think whatever expectations people have, you in your own head.
Yes.
Just try to think of it as the same way you would be a boss. If you're a boss in your own company or CEO somewhere, and you're talking to your employees, would you still go home and talk to your partner like that? It's not the same thing.
Most likely not.
You've really compartmentalized a part of your life.
Exactly.
So Mugambi ni Mugambi.
Yeah. And
whatever characters Mugambi anacheza ni whatever characters Mugambi anacheza.
Yes. Yeah. And he said he's been paid, so it's his job to convince you that he is that character. Really. Please invite people to Backstreet 2 before we wind up.
You guys come through for Backstreet 2. I am pretty sure you think you think it's not for you. I used to think that as well. I used to think mental health is a conversation that's meant for a certain kind of people, or it's just for rich people, or come to bonge, kuja tujibambe, kuja to watch, come, let's enjoy this conversation, have this conversation, get instances of you trying to find your healing. Tupatane on this weekend hapo KNT, guys, come through. Leta watoto. Okay, watoto kidogo. Watoto above 13.
Yes, okay. 13 and above.
Tafadhali leta mtoto above 13. Usiende nyumbani kuulizwa
Mom, what is an abortion?
Yeah, so 13 and above.
Yeah.
And kujeni tujibambe.
Exactly.
Kujeni tujibambe.
Come through and you will have an amazing time. And I think 1,200 bob is a fair price for you to be there for about 2 hours of a non-stop amazing time that will help you look inside. All right. Thank you Mugambi for being here. It's
Thank you
been
for
an
having me.
honor and a pleasure. You have done this holistically well. Asante. And uambie Faiz umerepresent vizuri.
Manse.
Yes. Approved that you have represented them well. Guys, thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for the comments that you have kept coming through. Thank you for just your company all the way from 7 a.m. hadi sahizi. I appreciate. I did not take it for granted. Happy new month. I hope that May will really be the month for you. Thank you for sticking around. I'll see you on the second Monday of the month of May. Same time, same place, same amazing show.